What up? This is Robert Horry.
Horry, three-pointer. Buries it.
You might know me as Big Shot Bob.
To Horry for three. Oh, unbelievable. This guy is off the charts.
What's going on, Big Shot Bob?
Robert Horry from downtown.
4-point lead. Here comes Fox. 5 seconds remaining. Fox to Wemby. Wemby tries a three, puts it up, off the mark. Anunoby to rebound. It's over. It's over. Knick fans, this is not a dream. Your long, long wait has ended. Go ahead and cry. After 53 years, the Knicks are finally NBA champions once again.
And there it was, after 53 years and an act of God, according to Robert Horry. The Knicks are NBA champions. They win it in 5. Welcome to this week's episode of the Big Shot Bob podcast. Let's call it episode 264. That's B-Dog Brandon Harper. I'm Rob Jenners. That, of course, with the jerseys on the wall behind him. Every one of them been in an NBA Finals. That's 7-time NBA champion Robert Horry.
Oh, my goodness.
How'd you guys feel about this series? I've got so many little notes here about how this went down that is just kind of like makes you shake your head. But early on, we all picked the Spurs. I think you guys both picked them in 6. I think I picked them in 7. Rob, you said initially it was going to take an act of God for the Knicks to have a shot in this one, and they won it in 5.
Well, hey, God, I always like making jokes out of it.
He's good for that every now and then.
Yeah, but you know what? It's you know, it was weird when I watched the game, and you would think Spurs were just coming out playing Shai Gilgeous, and the game plan they had for Shai Gilgeous was pretty damn good. So you figured Brunson is exactly like Shai. You use the same game plan, but apparently they didn't think so, and they didn't use the same game plan because Brunson started out cold, but it's something about that fourth quarter. In the second half, where he'd be like sitting in wait like a snake, ready to strike, and that fourth quarter roll around, he goes to work. So
yeah,
I'm happy for the Knicks, but I'm not happy with the city of New York. And we'll get to that later.
Yeah. I 1,000% agree with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, we'll get to that later. Look, on one end, you talk about the Spurs being ahead of schedule, the average age of their starting 5 being 22 years old. I think it's the youngest in the league. And them getting to this moment being supremely talented and things of that sort, which is all true. But then on the other side of that coin, as you go throughout an NBA Finals from game to game, the purpose is for you to grow game by game. Game 1, you take whatever you learn from that and you apply to game 2, so on and so forth. I just felt like we were, I guess, minus game 3. I felt like we were almost kind of watching the same game every game. It's like
it was.
They could be up 15 at any point in time in the first half. They could be up 15 in the third quarter. The way I looked at it is none of the games in that series started until the beginning of the fourth quarter. None of them started to the beginning of the fourth quarter, and it actually played out like that pretty much every single time minus game 3. The Spurs, as young as they are, they probably played the worst basketball I've ever seen in an NBA Finals, at least since I've been alive and since I've been watching basketball. Now, I know we talk about the Warriors losing the 3-1 lead, whatever. No, this is worse than that. Because somehow, some way, didn't make any adjustments. They didn't turning the ball over when they're not supposed to, over dribbling, doing so many different things to cause you the game. Look, Wemby, I love you. You're the future of this league. But brother, you're gonna have to hit a weight room. You're gonna have to eat extra burger or 2, maybe extra fry. I know you try to stay away from the soda, and I love that, but you might need to take a sip of that Coca-Cola or something. Something need to be put on your bones, brother, because you can't sit there and just sit out on the perimeter and just be shooting jump shots all day. It can't happen. Not if this team is going to ever win a title and be who they're supposed to be. I'm not asking you to be Shaquille O'Neal, but you better call Giannis. And you better talk to him because he was once a skinny one just like you,
Yeah.
and figure out what needs to be done for you to put some weight on and get your weight up. Because if that team is going to be anything, and if they're ever going to get back, it's going to be on your shoulders getting broader.
Yeah.
And your chest getting bigger.
So true. He doesn't, his go-to move is the worst go-to move ever. That's where he faces up and he goes left and try to spin back. And you can only do that if you got a strong base. And he has no strong base. So he gets knocked off his position so easy. Now he got to throw a shot up and looking at the refs and asking for a foul. And a lot of refs are like, no, it's like you're like the baby deer. You're falling anyway, so I'm not going to give you that call. So, and then with, you think about Passel. It's like once he got into the paint, he tries to do that European pause thing like he Luka.
Right.
And he can't get the shot off against a team that's not a shot blocking team. And then you just like, oh crap, I'm lost. And so I think those two guys, when they went to their go-to plays, it wasn't working for them. And so they didn't figure out, once Wemby went out, every time Wemby went out, I looked at the league and says, oh, this is about to go down. Because they were like deers in the headlight. They didn't know what to do. And so, and then they try to go to Dillon Harper, and Dillon Harper, if you're not letting him get to the paint and get to that left, it was, it was tragic. And so it was, you know what? This goes to show you they're young, and this is a learning stage, and there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody says, well, some guys don't get back. I think this team will get back, depending on what OKC does. But I think they got a golden opportunity, and everybody's shitting on Fox right now. But I think you forget Fox is the reason you had a number 2 seed when Wemby wasn't playing. He was playing really great for you during the regular season. He just had a bad playoffs, and you think about everybody.
He had a bad
on that
finals.
Team. Yeah,
that's
bad
really
finals.
what it was.
Yeah,
it wasn't terrible in the playoffs overall, but
yeah, the bad finals because the spotlight is brighter. So every mistake you're gonna make is gonna be multiplied by 103. And so that's just what it was. And I think everybody want to throw the baby out with the bathwater right now when it comes to the Spurs. But just think it. Sometimes it's the other team. The other team was a little bit better than you. The other team did things. I think the biggest move that it was a shocking move was what Brown did with Avocado.
Jose Alvarado, Georgia Tech.
No, you had it right the first time.
No, I'm saying the commercial. I brought dip. But yeah, I think with him and keeping him in the game so Brunson didn't have to bring the ball up. Yeah. So he takes less energy and in a half court set. Now I got you with a live ball. So, and this is about adjustments. And I think, if you overall, the Knicks did the best adjustments.
Yeah. And going back to De'Aaron Fox, look, I was as frustrated with him as anybody watching these finals. What's also tough with him when you start talking about the offseason is that his extension kicks in. We forget that I think he's on like a $200+ million extension.
Yeah, something
53, 55, and like 60. Something ridiculous.
It is going. I doubt they move him because for the simple fact that I don't know if they will move him anyway, but I don't know if they can because I think he's 28, 29 years old. His extension kicks. He's still young, but when you have a finals like that, and then your extension kicks in where you're getting $50+ million over the next 3-4 seasons.
Oh, he's got 4 seasons coming. He's got 49.5 due next year, 53.5 due the year after that, 57.4, and then 61.4 in the final year of that extension.
See,
$200 million.
$200 million.
Your best bet if you're the Spurs is that he has a very short-term memory. And he puts this behind him, and it doesn't affect him moving forward, and he gets better. That's your best bet because what you're going to be paying him for the foreseeable future is an arm and a leg, and then some. So
the thing about it works perfect for Dillon Harper though. But Dillon Harper has his rookie year, and then gets those 4 years, and right as soon as Dillon Harper is ready, like push you out the door or get rid of you sooner, buy you out, whatever. It gives Dillon Harper a little bit more time to like mature and get better and understand his role. So,
but I'll say this, Rob. Mm-hmm. I think you're gonna have a lot more people want that a lot sooner. Because think about it, you got folks looking at Dillon Harper and the way he played throughout the finals, the level of aggression. You had people talking about, no, put Dillon in there. He should be getting De'Aaron Fox. Look, I preferred Dillon to come off the bench because they needed him to come off the bench.
I'm glad someone agreed with me.
No, I've always thought that because when you put him in the starting lineup, De'Aaron is not going to come off the bench with the same intensity as Dillon would if he came off the bench. It's just not happening. So, but I will say this, even though you have a lot more time with Dillon before you have to actually pay him, you're going to hear, if he continues to traject upward as we expect him to do, you're gonna want folk to make a decision within another season or so on De'Aaron Fox, because it's like, look,
Hey,
Dillon,
but here's the thing: you got to think about the Spurs organization. One of their greatest players ever came off the bench.
Yeah,
Manu Ginobili. So they got a formula. And the thing about it is, and people always want to argue about this, he should be starting. The most important thing is the fourth quarter, crunch time. Are you in the game during crunch time, fourth quarter? Because would you rather be fresh coming off the bench and attacking someone who's tired and going at them, or someone who's not as good as the starters? Now you can get your numbers. And hell, you know what you want to do? Put a clause in your contract, like if I win $6 million a year, I get $1 million, $2 million, whatever it may be, bonus. And so, like, people don't think of stuff like that. They think, oh, I'm not a starter. It's a fucking shot in the face. It's like, no, it's not. It's like if you playing 30 minutes a game, doesn't matter if you come off the bench or start. You playing there, you're getting your 30, and then you're getting your numbers. So,
right.
Yeah. Well, listen, I don't know if anybody was as frustrated with De'Aaron Fox as Chuck was after Game 4. The end of Game 4, I just wanted, because this was like this, to hear, and Charles says a lot of crazy shit, but to hear him say this on the court after the Game 4 comeback, I think this was pretty much signed, sealed, and delivered it for me.
We saw the dumbest basketball team in the history of civilization.
Oh, wow.
We saw they had a 25-point lead, took eight straight threes. Like, they thought to get, like, that was some of the most mismanaged, stupid basketball. Hey, when you blow a 29-point lead, the other team has to help you. The San Antonio Spurs helped the New York Knicks win this game by doing some of the stupid-ass stuff I've ever seen on a basketball court.
He's not wrong.
He ain't lie.
He ain't wrong. He ain't wrong.
Yeah.
But let me give you some of the numbers. We sort of touched on it, but I want to give you the specifics here.
because before you get a number,
Go ahead.
But that's not the stupidest one. Also, the Orlando game, too, against Detroit. Those were the stupidest.
That was stupid.
Those
Yeah.
two are compared. I know it's a difference.
No, I know it was the finals, though.
Yeah.
It's just,
but still, though, we watch other games, right, in the NBA. But you just saw what Orlando did. You turn around and say, oh, we
hold my beer. Yeah, that's actually right. Hold my beer.
Yeah.
All right, so that was part of the question here. So, all right, the Spurs were up 14 points in Game 1 and lost. The Spurs were up 12 in Game 2 and lost. They were up 29 in Game 4 and lost. They were up 16 in Game 5 and lost. So the question, but the Spurs led for 72% of the NBA Finals. 177 minutes compared to New York's 56 minutes of leads, and they lost in 5 games. They're the only team in NBA history to have 76 or more points in the first half, which was Game 4, and 30 or fewer in the second half in any game, regular season or playoffs, in the history of the NBA. So the question is, and this is probably not a fair question, did the Knicks win this or did the Spurs lose this?
Both.
I know. And it's not fair because the Knicks are going to hold Hilario. They're going to burn the city to the ground on Thursday. If they haven't done it already. We'll talk a little bit about that too. But it's not a fair question. But when you look at it, and when you look at the whole thing, it's like everything it says the Spurs should have won this series in probably 5 games. And it went completely the opposite way.
Hey, if Kenny Atkins was the coach, like,
statistically, we're NBA champions. Yeah.
Analytically speaking.
That's great.
I think sometimes teams need a little pressure to pick up the intensity, to really be focused. And the Knicks seems like they're that type team where once they, backs against the wall, so to say,
yep,
that they dial in. And I think what you saw what the Knicks did, where they played like team basketball. And then in the second half, OG and Brunson take over. And then you see where in the Spurs second half, I ain't shooting, you shoot it. I ain't shooting, you shoot it. It's like, do you have bad possessions? And you look at the way the Spurs played in the second half, and you go down, I think like out of 5 possessions, 4.5 were bad possessions where they got it and they like, oh shit, I don't want to shoot it. What are we gonna do? You come over here and hand off. And then you watch how the Spurs were running their plays. They were running a high pick and roll at half court, which gives you more time to catch up defensively. And then it's like there were so many things that I'm like, dude, why are you running the pick and roll? And then you have Luke Cornett in the game when they're a small ball, where you got Carter Bryant over there that you could put in and play small ball. And like, what are you doing? And the Knicks was like, okay, all right, you made that move. And I'm the one, and I said this, I wasn't big on Brown going to the Knicks because I thought, okay, he's had a lot of chances, but this time he like, okay, I've learned from my mistakes. I've been to the finals multiple times. I'm not going to be afraid to go outside the norm. You think about how he kept Josh Hart on the bench one time. You think about how he played Avocado. Just kidding.
Jose Avocado. I love it.
Yeah. And he played that, and then he said, you know what, Cat, you suck. You know what, OG, you suck too. Y'all in foul trouble. I don't care. We're gonna rock with what's right. And you gotta respect him because a lot of coaches be afraid, be like, no, that ain't my go-to guy. He might get offended. He might go into a shell. But I applaud Brown for having the balls and be like, yo, this is what's working. We're gonna stay with this.
Yeah, I think the Knicks won it, but I do think it is a little bit more on the Spurs losing it. Because, like you said, there were moments, pivotal moments throughout each game where we had seen enough and where it came down to the fourth quarter, and I'm literally watching the game with my hand over my face like, this is too close for comfort. It was so weird. It was like too close for comfort.
It was less like that the Knicks made second half adjustments and more like the Spurs like anti-adjusted. It was like everything that worked in the first half, they stopped doing in the second half. And it was like, what happened? Like it wasn't even like the Knicks were making great adjustments. And no, credit, you're right, Rob. Props to Mike Brown for the moves that he made when he made them. He played the guys that were hot. He sat the guys that weren't. That's exactly what you're supposed to do as a head coach. He did exactly what he was supposed to. But I don't know what Mitch Johnson was doing though. The whole second half, it was like San Antonio was just like, you said it, Rob. Like no one wanted to shoot the basketball. All the plays fell apart. No one was in formation. No one could stop anything. And it was like, what? Why did you change what you were doing in the first half of basketball was great. Why did you not do that in the second half?
Yeah, so true. And one of the things we forget about it, this Knicks team is a good defensive team. You think about Hart, OG, Bridges, and the way Towns played this year. You got 4 guys on that team that can play really good defense. And some great, you talked about Bridges and OG and Hart. And they just out, how San Antonio out-muscled OKC, which is shocking. They got out-muscled by the New York Knicks. They just wanted it more, they took it. The Spurs they got Deebo'd. Let's just be honest. The Spurs got Deebo'd.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. When you
respect Craig.
I'm gonna tuck mine in.
Yeah, man. It's just anytime they attack the basket, I'm like, it felt like a turnover was happening, and most of the time it did. Ball going the other way. There's a travel call.
Bad shots.
Look, I like Julian Champagnie. I do, because he shot lights out. But there were times where I'm like, bro, that's a bad shot.
Yeah.
That's a bad look. Wemby the same way, bro. That's a bad shot.
Yeah, like they would get an offensive rebound and he would just pull up from like 20 feet out. And I'm like, reset. What are you doing? You're up.
It's bad.
Burn the clock. What are you doing?
But that's today's basketball, though. You think about it. It's not just them. The whole league does that because everybody tell them to chuck threes. And that's just how it's done. It's like, no, you don't want to reset because that's bad 3 you just took. You can move the ball 3-4 times, and that bad 3 become a good or a great look. And they don't think that way. They want the coach said we got to shoot 3. Yeah, so yeah.
And if I'm Stephon Castle, my greatest asset is my ability to attack the basket. We've seen it multiple times in the series where him attacking the basket led to monstrous dunks.
Did he get any dunks other than that his first 2 points of the game we got tip dunked? I don't think he got not one dunk.
Not
in the
anything
series.
that stood out, at least.
Yeah,
You know?
and he slowed down. He did that deceleration thing, like he just got the craziest skill set in the paint like that. Sorry to interrupt you, B.
No. I mean, but you're right though. His ability, because he settled for some shots, and I'm like, bro, you not. That's not you. If you're gonna settle for jump shots, you're making the Knicks' job pretty easy, and I'm pretty sure they would allow you to do that every single time you want to come down the floor. And if it means you take 10 of those shots and you knock down 3, the Knicks will shake your hand for knocking down 3. Because guess what? You missed 7 of them. So
You all right over there, Rob?
No, I got some construction going on in the house. They cut a wire or something.
Oh, good.
Sorry.
At least you didn't disappear. Usually when there's something, usually there's a light thunderstorm at your house and it's like the internet's out for a week. A couple of quick notes here, a few of it, because we still have plenty of other stuff we got to get to. The Knicks only lost 3 games this postseason, 2 of them to the Atlanta Hawks, for what that's worth. They finished the postseason 16-3 with a plus 283 point differential. That's the best in NBA postseason history. They now have, after the 2026 finals, the Knicks own the 1st, the 4th, and the 11th largest comebacks in NBA Finals history, and they did it in 5 games. It's just insanity, man. And then we've, look, there are some upsides to some of that stuff with the Knicks winning. I'm happy for Cat. Everything he went through with his mom and talking, speaking to, getting to be able to say after the mama I won, we got one. That hits me in the heart. I got nothing against Karl-Anthony Towns. He took a lot of shit in the Minnesota time, and the fact that he FaceTimed with Ant after he won it because he's still his boy. Like, I got a lot of respect and love for Karl-Anthony.
They FaceTime?
Yeah, they were on FaceTime after the title.
Like, y'all traded me and look what I got.
He did all that.
No, he's his boy, man. They're tight.
I know, I'm kidding.
But yes, there was probably a little bit of dancing on him. You know what I mean? A little bit of celibate dunking on him a little bit. But that was an upside for me. And I, maybe it's just the sentimental '90s basketball fan in me was getting to see Patrick Ewing actually be there to celebrate a Knicks title because, Rob dashed his dreams on multiple occasions, and like it's he got to have that moment, and he wasn't on the team and he's not part of the roster, but he got to have that moment as a lifelong Knicks guy. I thought that was kind of cool.
I'll say this, for as much as I wanted to see the Spurs, win this thing, when you start talking about the sentimental factor of the Knicks and the fact that it's been 53 years, I gotta tip my hat to a lot of the diehard Knick fans, as Rob is now frozen. But I gotta tip my hat to a lot of the diehard Knick fans. The ones who failure or disappointment after disappointment after disappointment after disappointment, being able to experience this in person and being able to see this and the tears and the joy and the passion. New Yorkers are already passionate, overly passionate, as we'll talk about a little later. But to be able to see some of these people, to be able to see Monica McNutt be calling the game and literally as emotional as she is, being able to witness a city like New York, as vibrant as it is, to be able to now get over that 53-year hump, to see Spike Lee, the most loyal and most dedicated Knick fan of all time, somebody that ain't even wearing, one that's not wearing a jersey, the closest to a Knick that you could possibly be on the floor without bouncing the ball, for him to be able to experience his second one, because he was there and experiencing it in '73. I guess I'll put Stephen A. Smith.
About like that.
I'll put Stephen A. Smith in this too, even though he can be a little annoying. But see him
he wrote
experience
them
it.
off at one point. Stephen A. was he was sold out on the Knicks, and then all of a sudden he's back on the bandwagon.
I've literally seen people talk about how their grandparents used to take them to Knicks games. And, you know, my grandparents experienced this in 73 and they haven't been able to experience it since. And their grandparents no longer being with them. And the emotion of them thinking of their grandparents, taking them to that game and saying, you know, I wish my grandparents were here to be able to experience this now in 2026. The Knicks did it again. We've done so. The sentimental value of the Knicks being able to and fans being able to experience this on that level, on that scale, I got to tip my hats to them. I got to salute them, and I'm all for it. I'm all for it. They got me. Not all the fans, but most of these they got me. I'll salute you for it. They got me.
Rob doesn't look like he's buying any of our sentimental stuff here.
I promise you, I am. Look.
No, it always when people talk about, oh, I'm happy for a city, I'm happy for this, I'm like, I'm not. Like, I even had friends when we won 3 in a row at the Lakers. Man, I wish somebody else won. How the fuck you gonna be my friend? Like, man, I'm tired of seeing y'all win, and I want to see somebody else win. I'm like, I don't care about no other city winning. I'm like, New York, you got Fashion Week, you got all these other things. You got the damn Yankees. You don't deserve fucking basketball too,
Rob. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute.
What?
I'm not disagreeing with you, and I'm not shooting New York any type of bell, because like I said, the way that they handle things in wins and losses ain't necessarily the greatest thing.
It hasn't been.
Yeah.
However, as vibrant as a city as they are, when it comes to their sports, they have not been very successful. I don't care how vibrant that city is. 53 years.
You got the Giants.
The Yankees ain't won. I mean, I know they were just there, but they haven't won one since 2009.
Hey, when has Utah won something?
What?
Hey, hold on. Look around you. When has your city won something?
Oh, we won in 2021. We got a World Series.
We got World Series in 2021.
Yeah, but my point is like, they got everything already.
Oh, and guess what? If you were here,
you say this from Los Angeles, by the way.
Yeah.
Hey, I rep the Lakers because they pay me.
I understand that.
If they paid me, I would rep the Knicks.
Guess what? Rob?
I'm a hired gun.
Guess what? And you know, all of y'all know this. Y'all know how much I love the Lakers. That goes without saying. But I'll say this. If you were here in 2021 to experience that Braves title, the first one in 25 years, bro, the passion, the tears, the fight, the weight that a lot of these people had to sit with thinking that they would never experience something like this again. It was different. It's different when you got a team that hasn't been there in so long.
You see this right here? You think about this city. Houston is what, 3rd largest city in the country?
No.
But
maybe 5, 6.
Maybe top 5.
Let's just say top 5.
Yeah.
You know how many titles this city has? And all the great sports franchise. You think about the debacle Oilers had against a team out of New York, the Buffalo.
Okay.
So why doesn't this city deserve something?
No, it does.
That's my whole point. My whole point is like I'm happy New York won. I'm happy they won. It's great for basketball as a whole. But when people go and it's like, oh, they deserve it. I'm like, there's a lot of cities that deserve it.
You're right.
It's not about deserved. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that other cities don't deserve it. And
I like to play devil's advocate.
Oh, so. Of course. I'm not knocking you. And I'm not saying poor old little New York, yeah. But what I am saying is
pushing buttons.
To see a lot of the diehard fans who aren't idiots and acting stupid all the time, to be able to experience this and appreciate it, to hear a lot of the stories. Because unfortunately, when a lot of foreigners think of the United States, the first city they think of is New York.
Yeah.
Well, sure.
They think everywhere in the country is like New York. And LA is second. So they think of the biggest cities. And so everybody want to go to New York and experience New York. And there are a lot of World Cup people who came to New York wondering, well, what the hell is going on in the streets?
Yeah.
World Cup barely even started yet.
Yeah. Did Argentina win? No, it did not. No, not yet.
World Cup, baby.
Yeah.
Guess what?
What's that?
If and when the Falcons win one, we're going to shut this city down.
Oh, this place going to be on fire.
Well, that city's going to be open for a long time, brother.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a minute. It's going to be a minute. It's going to be a minute. Well, listen,
it's gonna be a minute.
You brought it up, dude. The celebration, by the way, 63 people arrested after the Knicks title celebration Saturday night. 5 school buses were set on fire.
That's the dumbest shit ever.
4 people were stabbed or cut. 10 police officers were injured. Multiple NYPD cars were destroyed. Keep it clear.
That's the flip side of this.
Are they gonna? Is anyone gonna do what Shaq did when they did burn a car here? They burnt one. We want to tell in 2000. Shaq actually bought another car for them. See now, Knicks. If you're gonna impress me, I'll jump on the bandwagon. If you go
James
out and
Dolan replaced these 5 school buses.
Yeah,
well, James Dolan ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, replace those buses. Impress me. Matter of fact, since it's your city, Silver, you replace them too. Y'all get together.
You want Adam to get into this thing now?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, you're gonna be waiting a lot longer for that than the Falcons winning the Super Bowl. So I wouldn't. I wouldn't hold my breath on that one.
Yeah.
But that's the other side of that coin.
Yeah.
But how, now you talk about big shot of the week moment. If the Knicks came together and replaced those school buses,
Yeah, there you go.
I'd be very impressed.
You're absolutely right.
Sure.
100%.
Sure.
Now, will they? I don't know. I doubt it.
I don't know.
I'd be surprised if they did. The Knicks championship parade we mentioned is going to happen Thursday. It starts at 10 a.m. near the Battery Park, travels up through Broadway, through the Canyon of Heroes, and ends at City Hall. It's going to be a mess. It's going to be an absolute mess. If you're in or around the city of New York, just stay away.
Yeah.
Do they have World
funny.
Cup matches going on Thursday?
Yeah, they was like they asked me to do Game 6, NBA TV, and I was like, it's in New York, right? Nah, I'm good.
I'm all right, man. I think I'm good.
Yeah, if it had been a Game 6, I'm like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to go to New York doing this crazy shit. I'm like,
yeah, boy, that's
they
the
might
other
be like,
side of that
Robert,
coin.
you was a Spur.
Yeah, but see, and that's the other reason why
Who hit me with that brick?
We talked about the poetic side of things and the soft spot that you have for some of these fans being able to experience it. But on the other side of that coin, this is one of the reasons why a lot of people doesn't want to see New York have anything because they don't know how to handle anything.
No, they don't.
You know,
they
have no sense. You got beating folks up, burning buses, throwing stop signs,
beating
climbing up light poles.
Yeah,
it's stupid, man.
It's dumb. By the way, all of the championship celebration nonsense. I have a special edition of Black Crime or White Crime this week. Championship Celebration Edition. So I'm going to give you some stupid shit someone got arrested for during their team's championship celebration. You just have to tell me African American or Caucasian. So we're going to play a special edition of Black Crime or White Crime this week. We do have a few other things here I want to mention before we move on from this. Perk got people a little riled up this week with this comment, and I wanted to get your take on it because I very much don't necessarily agree with it. I don't think he really thought this one through. I think this was a spur-of-the-moment conversation.
This man has become the greatest Knick of all time.
Jalen Brunson.
I said it. He has become the greatest Knick of all time. He would never spend another dime on another meal, another drink. I don't know if he's even going to have to pay his mortgage in the city of New York. This is Mr. New York. He is the new Derek Jeter of this generation.
All right, so...
Oh, you lost it with that.
Yeah,
comment.
well, and he's got points of, will he probably have to buy dinner in New York again? Yeah, probably not. Like, you won the Knicks a title.
Well, he didn't have to win a title tonight to get that thing.
This is true. Is he the greatest Knick ever? I don't think so, no. I know, and I don't even know if that conversation really is worth having yet. Because he won a title? Because he was great? I mean, he had a great postseason.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that makes him the greatest Knick ever. I mean, you're talking about Willis Reed and Frazier and Patrick Ewing and guys
Bernard
that literally,
King,
guys that like carved the way for the Knicks legacy. And
can I ask y'all something?
I don't. Yeah,
maybe not from a greatest Knick perspective or standpoint, but I guess from a beloved standpoint, is he more beloved than Carmelo Anthony?
probably now.
I don't know because isn't Carmelo from that area?
He is.
He's from New York,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm saying even
So
as
I
a
think
Knick,
that-
is he
I-
more
I-
of a beloved Knick than Carmelo? Even after winning the title, is he a more beloved Knick?
Well, when winning always makes people like you a little more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Okay.
that's a hard one. That is a good ass question, but I will say yes because he's won,
Okay.
and right now he's. I think OG might be a little more than Carmelo. Right?
I don't know about
Did you
that.
see OG? Did
Maybe.
you see OG on Good Morning America? By the way, have you seen that?
But no, it's hard
Fried.
to say.
High as I want to
Cooked,
be.
bro. Cooked.
I haven't been to New York in a long, long time, so I don't know. People love Carmelo because he's homegrown. I don't know though. Knicks fans are different. If you from New York, they love you even more. But when you win, I don't know.
Yeah. I might have to ask some of my New York people because I know
Put that
from a
on
cultural
social,
standpoint,
too.
they
Put that
love
out, yeah.
they love them some Carmelo Anthony just from so many different reasons and variables. But like you said, when you win, the love is
It's
different.
Yeah.
Especially for a city that have not won one in 53 years.
And I think Carmelo's a tough comparison, but I feel like now, in this moment, everyone would say Jalen Brunson for Carmelo Anthony because they're putting on a championship T-shirt today.
Right.
And
Right. Absolutely.
no matter how you feel about Carmelo, he never got you there. Never got
But
you.
here's the thing, though. He won your natty.
At Syracuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think New Yorkers
That's
look at that
different.
the same way.
That's so different. I mean,
Same way.
like to the whole
Yeah,
conversation
because you got
about
St. John's, you got all those other schools.
Yeah,
that
there's a
kinda
lot of the Knicks are
separate.
the
In New York,
Knicks.
yeah.
I mean, the Knicks have come so close and fallen short so many times that for him to be the guy that got you over the hump, I don't know, just probably carries a little bit more weight.
Yeah.
All right, well, I mean, championship odds are out for next season. The dust is now settled, and the Knicks, by the way, are fourth in the odds to come back and win an NBA champion. They just won one.
Who is it? That's OKC, Spurs, and Denver?
Spurs are the favorite right now.
Yeah.
Oh, they are?
At plus
Okay.
250. Thunder, number 2 at plus 260, and the Celtics are third.
Well, I think they're third because they're thinking that maybe Giannis ends up getting traded there.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
But even if they don't, they still probably could be third, even if he doesn't.
If you get the Tatum Brown thing going again, yeah.
Well, if you get
And then,
If the Celtics get a better bench, that's one of the things.
well,
we
that's
don't talk.
a bigger picture.
Them and the Spurs bench kind of got exposed in playoffs.
Well, at least in the finals for the Spurs, that's for
Yeah.
sure. And then the Knicks are fourth, so the odds makers don't have a lot of faith that at least they're near the top, though. At least they didn't get completely shown the door.
yeah, it's all them too early odds. You just never know.
Yeah. All right, couple more quick things. Draymond. I'm only playing this for you because I know you love Draymond Green.
I do love Draymond.
You guys are boys.
Yes, that's my dog.
Draymond, talking about the Wemby leg kick on Brunson in Game 5. And I don't know how to feel about this exactly, but I thought it was an intriguing conversation point.
Victor Wembanyama is a great player. Victor Wembanyama is a European player. And I've been on record saying European players are dirty, and everybody's like, Draymond shouldn't say that. And I told y'all, no, Draymond will fuck you up. I'm not dirty. It's a completely different thing. And I don't think anyone that I play against will tell you, man, he dirty. No, I ain't dirty. That's a different thing. I will mess you up, though. Victor Wembanyama is a European player. They are a bit dirty.
I look, man.
Hold on, Jenners. Rob,
Yeah.
you can go ahead and take this one. We'll shut up.
I'm like, dirty. Stomping on someone's chest is doing a game is not dirty. Victor, they ain't one European player that's been dirty. Victor, he's testing the waters. Is Luka dirty? Is Shea dirty? Is, only one that could be come close to dirty maybe is the Joker because he just plays hard and he hits you before you get hit. That's a part of basketball. I can't think of one European player that was dirty. Can you guys?
Not off
Maybe your former teammate that took Kawhi out by sticking his foot under Kawhi's jump shot. But I don't know.
Well, that was the argument
Draymond
about the Wembanyama thing, was that he impeded Brunson's landing. He was trying to knock him down.
On that one, that was kind of because, nobody talks about Cat shot 2 threes that he hit where he clearly stuck his leg out like this, and it should have been an offensive foul, and they didn't call it. And if you watch Brunson shoot, anytime he shoots like that shot, to me, he stuck his leg out, and Wemby stuck his leg out. It was a little bit of both, because like now, when these guys shoot, they trying to draw the foul by turning their body and sticking their leg out. I'm like, I'm not giving you that as a ref, because that's not. I know it's going to sound stupid because you guys shooting for him, but when you normally shoot that shot, when you by yourself, nobody's around you, you don't do that.
Right.
And so, people who are not basketball players sometimes look at, oh, that was dirty. No, you have to slow it down and watch Brunson's motion. He put his foot out a little more. So that's my whole thing. But Brunson is like, he wanted a lot of calls. It was funny that he didn't get. And I had to applaud the refs, because those dudes on both sides were in their face, and they should have got teed up a couple times, but they just let it slide. So thank you for doing that. But I don't think Wemby, I've said this not too long ago after the Nas Reed thing, that he's gonna test the waters, and he's been testing the waters. And so now it's gonna be really interesting next season, what he does. But I don't think European players are dirty. Draymond Green, I love you. I appreciate how hard you play, but dog, you dirty.
And that's just it. That was the thing for me. Is like, if you ask anybody I played with, I don't think they'd tell you I'm dirty. And and I don't mean to speak on behalf of anybody, but I bet you, if you polled every NBA player and said, who's the dirtiest player in the league, Draymond would win in a runaway. I think he'd win in a runaway.
Yeah. Hey, hold on. Let me just say this. Like, I think he doesn't, like, I think when you say dirty, people think that everything you do in a game, you do some dirty shit during the game. It's not, but it's like if you do one thing in a game, like, you guys think about it's stomping a guy's chest dirty. It's kicking your leg up and kicking the guy in the nuts dirty.
Yeah, that's
the question I want to know. Draymond, do you consider that dirty, or is that just being what do you say, tough or whatever?
I'll F you up. Draymond will F you up.
Is that considered fucking you up? I need to know. But
isn't that dirty play?
But what is your definition of dirty, and what is your definition of fucking you up?
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like a semantics issue there. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like he's sort of redefining it as he's saying it, but I don't know.
And you may have somebody who commits a dirty play, and you have people who are dirty players. Correct. One is an occasional type of thing. One is your reputation that's built over a period of time.
Oh, I will give this. I knew a pro player dirtier than Draymond. The guy from Phoenix that you played at Duke.
Oh, you talking about
the little white boy?
Yeah, yeah. What's my boy name?
I can't think of his name. Damn it. Grayson.
Yeah. Grayson Allen.
Grayson Allen. Thank you. Oh my God, it was there.
He might be the dirtiest player in the league. Him. So Draymond, I give you a little slack that Grayson Allen might be a little bit more dirtier than you, because he does it every fucking game.
Yeah, but I mean, look, man.
Horse kettle, or pot kettle, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? What are you doing?
Hearing that from Draymond, like I said, I understand how important Draymond has been to those title runs and just to that organization. He's done a lot of dirty work, for that franchise.
Exactly right.
But come on, bro. Like, we've seen it. You've been caught in 4K many a times.
Oh, big time.
Big time. I don't know, and I don't know what players we would talk to for them to say, no, Draymond is not dirty. Who? Steph? Your teammates? I'm pretty sure Steph would say you're not on camera, but I'm pretty sure off camera and in the back of his mind, Draymond do a little much.
And I need. By the way, to Rob's point, he does. But to Rob's point, I need like examples of who he's talking about, European players that are dirty. Like who's he played against that have been like, oh no, that guy's dirty as hell. Like, give me some examples, man. Like, who are you comparing this to? You can't just speak in broad generalities like that, and we're all supposed to be like, oh yeah, he's right. European players, terrible. James Harden got arrested in Houston. This is a weird one.
H-Town, baby.
Yeah. Same morning as Game 5, James Harden pulled over near Crawford Street in Houston. I'm sure Rob knows where that is. An officer noticed Harden had a handgun sitting in his cup holder. Okay, sure. Yeah, that's where you keep your handguns, in the cup holder. It was not in a holster under required under Texas law.
In a cup holder.
Yeah. He'd been at a hookah bar that night. It was 3:40 in the morning. So
Damn.
he's going to have a court appearance later this week or next week, I believe. But yeah, gun in the cup holder. Yeah, okay.
Hey,
I don't know what you're
who
doing,
was it? Is he taking over for John Morant now?
He might be.
No,
That's a stupid arrest, though, dude. That's a stupid arrest, bro.
Yeah, I mean, look, he just got to take better care of where he has his firearm.
What are you doing? Yeah.
You know, you can't. Obviously, you know, we've heard this happen to guys before.
Well, and it's
you
like,
gotta,
why is it in the cup holder is the question. Like, if it's concealed carry, that's fine. You put it in a holster. It's in the car somewhere. But, like,
What kind of gun was it?
I didn't say in the report that I saw, it just said handgun.
I'm just saying, my gun was put in the cup holder. It's too big. So my thing, what kind of gun was it?
The hell kind of gun you got, man?
What you got?
Rob running around town with a Desert Eagle?
No. I'm not telling y'all what I got.
Okay.
Oh, you won't tell us what you got on
It
here.
won't fit in the cup holder. I just said it like
man.
that.
I get it. Not on here. Cool. Gotcha.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Got it. Cool. We'll talk later.
Yeah. Don't mess with Robert Horry on the streets.
Just call me Dirty Horry.
Yeah.
All right.
Rob out there regulating. Bulls hired Tiago Splitter as their new head coach. Just a random note. I don't have anything specific on Tiago Splitter.
You know why I'm happy that they hired him?
Why is that?
Because number one, he did a really good job for Portland.
He
Let's be
did.
honest.
He did. He really did.
Number two is I'm glad he's not a fucking guard. I'm so sick of these fucking guards getting head coaching jobs.
Rob don't like the
Sick of this
guards,
shit.
man.
I'm so sick of it, man. Like,
All right.
why do these people always think guards are fucking smart and big mans are like, I'm just dumb. I'm like, I can't stand it. By time they do something smart.
Good for you. Love that. All right, let's do Big Shot of the Week. Then we're going to play Black Crime or Right Crime Championship Celebration Edition. Big Shot of the Week is going to go to a woman named Amy Pye from British Columbia, and here's why.
You got a longer one?
Oh, hey, pause.
I was talking to my wife. Go ahead.
Oh, pause? What?
I'm talking about my cord, a longer cord.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. You got a longer one. I was
Well,
talking
wait
to
a
my
minute.
wife. What are you doing?
Wait a minute. I don't know if that's a pause, but it is really weird. Because if you're talking to his wife, then that's different. If you're talking to another man, that's a big pause.
Okay, that's a big pause. Yeah.
Yeah.
Timothy had a longer one.
What'd she say?
Oh, we might need to get off the computer now.
I know, yeah.
We started having a different conversation.
Yeah, I'm up.
we need to log out.
All right, everybody. That's this week's
Bring
show.
my backpack. Bring my backpack.
Okay. Is your iPad's dying?
Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully we get through a game here before you die.
Plug it up, old man.
It poops
Hey,
out.
no, I am.
Rob forgetting to charge his stuff before the show. I love it.
No, and my phone, it's like I have by my bed, I got one charge. It's either charge the phone or charge the iPad. So I charge my phone.
Yeah, there you go. Knowing you had to use the iPad. This is a brilliant decision. All right, Big Shot of the Week, Amy Pye from
Hey, let me
British
just say this.
Columbia.
My
Go
phone
ahead.
died. My wife can't get a hold of me. That's not a smart decision.
No, that's a terrible decision, actually. Except for the fact that you're both in the goddamn house right now.
Well, she was supposed to go somewhere today, but she's currently not. She didn't leave, so.
Work.
Work. I had to go somewhere. I had to pay the effing bills, you bum. That's what I had to do.
Hey,
every
I am a kept man. What's wrong with y'all? What you think I married her for? For looks? No, I married her for a bank account.
Yeah, that's right. Somebody got to be the breadwinner in this house. Damn.
Exactly, man. You take care of this of me. I did a lot in my years. I gotta lay my ass down now.
Not all of us can glide through our later years on what we did in our youth. I mean, someone's got to make some money and pay these bills.
I love you, baby.
This terrible internet's not going to pay for itself. All right, Big Shot of the Week for the third time now. Amy Pye from British Columbia. Here's why. Her doorbell rang at 3 a.m. For some reason, she got up and she answered it. On the other side of the door was a 12-year-old boy. He was by himself. His father had collapsed unconscious on the bathroom floor. He did not know what to do. Went to the neighbor's house. He had knocked on 4 other doors in the middle of the night. Nobody answered. Amy, who is a former Navy reservist living in British Columbia, didn't hesitate. She ran over to the house, found the father face down unresponsive, and called 911 and performed CPR for 10 straight minutes. Did chest compressions till her arms gave out. While a dispatcher counted her out over the phone, paramedics finally arrived and took over. When they got there, he had a pulse. Rushed to the hospital. He's now in stable condition and improving. So, big shot of the week to Amy Pye who
Yeah.
not only answered the door at 3 a.m., but jumped in and helped save this man's life. So big shot.
said
Difference between life and death.
Yeah, and the crazy part is almost like God was telling everybody not to answer the door. You go down to someone who knows CPR, who's telling that there was the first door he knocked on. They were like, I don't know what to do. They started
I'll
panicking.
call 911, and that's all I can do to help you. Yeah, so it just happened to land on the door of the woman who was a Navy reservist who knew CPR. So
who had the skill set to help. Yo, big
you're
shout out.
absolutely right. Yeah, that's like a God wink. You're 100% right there. All right, listen, we've talked about fans do a lot of stupid stuff when they celebrate NBA championships. Some of them are black, some of them are white. And we're going to find out about it on this week's edition of Black Crime or White Crime. Kind of what led me to do this was there's a Twitch streamer named Nina Lynn. She's got about 500,000 followers on Twitch. Live stream herself climbing on top of an Amazon delivery van near Bryant Park after the Knicks title celebration. And then she got arrested and posted a TikTok saying she's going to have to celebrate the chip in prison. So that was like, okay, perfect. That's a great setup for this week's edition of Black Crime or White Crime Championship Celebration Edition. So here we go. Story number 1. After an Alabama national championship win, a student was found naked on a university porch with his clothes scattered everywhere. He told officers he had been drinking earlier in the night and did not know how he ended up there. He was charged with public lewdness because a lot of university employees had seen him naked on the porch. So the man on the university porch, naked and drunk, after the Bama title win. Black or white?
White.
Well, I'm sorry. I thought they had thrown that out and they kept that. That was a white guy.
Yeah, everybody goes white guy on this one. And everybody gets a point. Yeah, that's a white guy. Good job. All right, story number 2. A man was arrested after he spit on a Philadelphia Fire Department medic worker and then hit him in the head. This was following the Eagles' Super Bowl win in 2025. He was charged with resisting arrest and harassment. So you got a fire medic worker out there. He spits on him and punches him for some reason. Black guy, white guy.
This was kind of difficult.
You said it's Philly?
It's in Philly.
Yeah,
It was after the
it's
Eagles'
Philly.
Super Bowl win in 2025.
I'm gonna go black.
I'm gonna go white.
Point 2. Brandon Harper. That's a black guy. That's a black guy.
That one could have really gone is either way.
Yeah.
Especially Philly fans.
Yeah, you never know. All right, Ziggy, again, you can't judge it based on the fan base. Fans come in all colors. Story number 3. This man was arrested after the Cubs clinched the National League pennant back in 2016 to go to the World Series. He was arrested outside of Wrigley Field. Why? He was selling tickets to that night's game, which was already over. He got arrested, charged with unlawful ticket sales. So a guy trying to sell tickets to drunk fans to the game that was already over. Black guy, white guy. Oh,
That's a tough one too.
Rob is
saying black.
fingers crossed big time.
I'm saying black, but please let it be a white guy.
I really do think this is I think this is a black guy.
Everybody's going black crime on this. Everybody is getting a point. Yeah, that's a black.
That's
crime.
something we would do, man. I'm not even gonna lie. As soon as you said that, that's some shit. We gonna find some drunk white person. Yo, man, I got some tickets to the game. Come on,
man. You got to be in there to celebrate this, man. You got to get in. All right.
As you're just walking out of the stadium.
Story number 4. A drunk 24-year-old snuck into a restricted area at Churchill Downs, the famous race course where they hold the Kentucky Derby. This was during the Breeders' Cup in 2018. Mounted a horse, rode it toward the track. When officials asked him to dismount, he became loud and disorderly. He was charged with public intoxication and disorderly conduct. He almost got the horse onto the damn track. Black guy, white guy.
Oh, this definitely it's definitely white. It ain't enough for us out there.
This was a layup for everybody. Yeah.
Take your ass in the house.
That's a white man, 100%. Trying to climb on a horse and ride it out onto the track. That is the whitest of white crime.
And plus, if we're gonna be there, we way too fresh and clean. We ain't trying to get that stuff dirty by hopping on the back of no horse.
Hey, Ghetto Boy said it best. I ain't never run no house before, ho.
And you are correct, sir. All right.
There you go.
We got another Cubs fan here. This was during the Cubs World Series celebration in 2016 outside of Wrigley Field. An undercover CPD officer confiscated a fan's half pint of whiskey that he had bought at a nearby convenience store. I guess you can't have liquor out on the streets. The fan thought the officer was a bar bouncer and decided, we're going to throw down. He got into a fight with him, chased him down the street, and tackled him, at which point multiple officers jumped on the fan, gave him a good few slugs. The fan got arrested. By the way, later sued the police department and won $53,700 from a federal jury for a wrongful arrest, even though he chased the cop down and threw on him. But I guess the cop, yeah. So the question is, black guy, white guy.
Once you say he won a decision, white.
Wow. Wow. I mean, you're right, but just the fact that everybody won the decision got to be a white guy.
When you said
police brutality lawsuit, white guy.
When he sued them and won after he's the one that was the offender.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Listen to the clues, John. I got you. All right. That's a throwback for those of you. All right, story number 6, Radnor Township had pre-greased all the light poles around Villanova's campus before their championship game in 2018. Of course, we know Villanova won that. 2 fans on the greased poles managed to still get to the top. Both got arrested. Were they both white or were they both black?
Oh, this is a good one.
You said Villanova, right?
Villanova.
White.
I would usually go with Rob on this one. I'm trying to think. Do I remember this one? I'm going to go black.
Split decision. Point 2. Brandon Harper. Black guys. 2 black guys, yeah. Got to the top of the greased light poles. I mean, the white folks were trying. They were trying, and they just didn't have it in them, man.
This one felt iffy.
Yeah. All right, last story.
I'm gonna have to do some research on that one.
Okay, go ahead. Do a little digging.
Well, black people do go to Villanova, you know.
Yeah, they exist in all parts of the world, sir. Come on now. And if anything, they were the superior athletes and made it to the top of the grease light pole. Okay, I mean, come on. You got to take some wins where you get them here in this game, all right? All right, final story. This man was arrested after he was caught swinging a flagpole at overhead electrical wires on Frankfurt Avenue, trying to knock them down following the Eagles' Super Bowl win in 2025. Yet another Eagles fan. He was charged with possessing an instrument of crime, recklessly endangering another person, evading arrest, and disorderly conduct. So, guy who took a flagpole out and tried to knock down the power wires at the Eagles celebration. Black guy or white?
Sound like he was trying to kill himself.
That sound like I don't know what you're doing, man.
Like you knocked down.
Yeah. At what point does your brain you know what this metal pole would be good for? Hitting electrical wires.
Right. I think that's a white guy.
I'm gonna go with white guy too.
This is 28-year-old Paul Aguilara. That is a white man. So very good job. Yeah. That's a. What are you doing, dog? I mean, swinging for light poles, swinging for electrical wires with a metal pole.
You trying to go knock everybody else lights out, and you gonna get yours knocked out.
Yeah.
Take your ass forever.
Yeah.
His lights locked up forever.
Knock his lights out permanently. Yeah.
Yeah.